Baltimore is facing an insane police shortage. According to sources speaking with local news outlets, there are only 3 police officers patrolling the entire district of 61,000 residents. Let's watch some of this local news report that shows the messages going out to police officers begging them to come work overtime.
If you're to the shift, anyone willing to work overtime?
In the Southern District on Tuesday, there was a plea for officers to work overtime. Minutes later, it went citywide.
Citywide, overtime available on today's date, Charlie shift, Southern District. Anyone interested?
Baltimore's Southern Police District is the city's largest district, 61,000 residents. And on Tuesday afternoon, sources tell us at one point there were 3 police officers on patrol.
You heard that right. 3 police officers in total for this massive district in the city. In a city with an insane crime rate of like 48 per 1,000 residents. That's one of the highest crime rates in America. But wait, it gets worse.
Just seconds after the plea for officers hit the airwaves, so did pleas for help.
If anyone in Sector 2 can come clear, we have a physical child abuse at Morrill Park, and there's a 10-year-old at the location with bruises all over his body. Okay, we also have a common assault. We have a missing person, 2640 Huron Street.
10 minutes after that child abuse call was transmitted, it appears there were still no officers en route.
We still go to that physical child abuse.
So there are children being assaulted in the city, missing people being reported, and 10 minutes after there's a 10-year-old child reportedly being abused, there's no response from the police. And at a certain point, you can't even blame the police because there are police officers who are still there, still working, and they've probably worked themselves to the bone. And at a certain point, they're only human. They need time off. They can't work 24/7. And one of the police union spokeswomen talked to local media about this and basically blamed this whole problem on the Black Lives Matter movement.
The reason that 9 out of every 10 police departments in this country is short-staffed is because we have been dealing with here in the United States this 3.5, almost 4-year vilification and demonization of the American law enforcement officer.
Until perceptions change, Smith predicts recruitment will not improve.
No, it will not. She got that correct, because who wants to be charged with literal murder for doing their job? And I'm not even talking about Derek Chauvin, George Floyd. That case is an anomaly not worth getting into. I'm talking about all the other times the police are truly vilified for keeping people and themselves safe. Like somehow their life matters less. If they're getting shot at, they just need to take the bullets. In Baltimore, I just feel like they have no one else to blame but themselves. Remember that on June 15th of 2020, the Baltimore City Council passed a budget with a $22 million cut in police funds. And then they tried to get the police officers to come back, but hundreds of them have already left. So, if you can't pay police officers, they're not going to come work for you for free. And I should note that this isn't just a Baltimore problem. We're seeing this across the country. The Pittsburgh police recently stated that they're no longer going to respond to certain calls, including calls about theft, harassment, burglary. Between the hours of 3 a.m. and 7 a.m., there's essentially just a purge that can happen in Pittsburgh. There won't be any police officers at any police stations. But what do you guys think is to blame for the policing problem in big American cities? I'm interested to know, so let me know in the comments.